Hey everybody, this is Tim. Welcome back to another episode of Boone County Beekeeper. Now today, it is Saturday. It's July the 29th. Just a couple days away from August, guys. I mean, summer is clicking right by. Our honey season is done for the most part. May have a little bit in the fall. Have to wait and see, but it's been real good. As I've stated in the past few videos, guys, right now is a very, very important time in beekeeping. Really, you're starting for next year. We know that, and I apologize about the noise. I got some guys back here weed eating. Today, I just want to talk to you just for a second about feeding. Feeding bees. Now, how do I mix my sugar water? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm lucky, I guess, because I'm just a hobby beekeeper. I've only got 5 colonies, so this works real good for me. Somebody on a bigger scale, maybe you want to do something a little different. But at this time of the year, what I do is I like to feed 1-to-1, or in my case, I like to feed just a little bit less than 1-to-1, and I'll tell you why. I want to feed them and let them start building, but also what I'm wanting to do is, as soon as this treatment's come off, I want to start building wax. And it seems like just a little bit less than 1-to-1, that really spurns them real good, and they really will build some wax, and that's what we want to do, is build some comb for next year. So pretty soon I'll start putting some empty boxes on, empty foundation, just let them build. Right now, the way my colonies are configured, the production colonies, you remember I've got one deep brood box, and then I've got a medium on there, which is pretty full of honey and sugar syrup, so they're already in good shape. What I want to do is I want them to pack that when she's going to start slacking down laying, and I want them to start putting some in the brood box as well. But right now it's very important. Right now, we pulled all of our honey off. I've left a little bit on them, but I'm telling you guys, there's nothing coming in. They're starving to death, so can't do that. I had some of these wet supers out here that I extracted, and I've got them stacked up out back, and I tell you, the bees, they've been wearing them out, cleaning them up. I noticed today that not as much activity, so apparently they must have already got most of them cleaned up. So I'll probably pull them tonight and bring them in and start preparing them for winter storage, and we'll get into that in another video. But I just wanted to get on here. It's so hot, man. It's been in the 90s and upper 90s, and it's just so hot. And let's see, right now it's 10:21, and man, it's hot right now. And we've had some big storms. Supposed to get another big storm here this evening. Now, small scale, let's talk about it. Now, what I do is I take me a bucket. First thing I do is I'll take a gallon of water. I will pour in that bucket, and I've got marks here on the outside. I'll show you. You can see those marks right there. 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallon. That's what I do. So you got to remember, a gallon of water, it's all by weight. A gallon of water, we know, weighs 8 pounds, right? When you go to the store and you buy one of these sugars, I've heard everybody say, I'm going to go down and buy 5 pounds of sugar. Well, no. If you read on it, these sugars only weigh 4 pounds. So it would take 2 of these for 1 gallon of water to make 1-to-1, by weight on a ratio. So what I do is I mix up usually five of these bags at a time. So that would be 20 pounds of sugar. That's what I do. 20 pounds of sugar. I've got 3 gallons in here of water, so that would be 24 pounds, right? So 24 pounds of water, I go 20 pounds of sugar. Now, as I've been building comb, as time progresses, it's getting later in the fall, I will start upping this right here. And when I get up in September and October, I'm greater than 1-to-1. Now, very rare do I go 2-to-1. I have, but it just gets so hard, and it seems like the bees, it's just tough on them. They don't take it as good. And where I'm at, I mean, I don't know, maybe do good where you're at, I don't know, but for me it just don't work. So I go probably the heaviest I go is 1.5 to 1. But start out light this time of year, and I'll start ramping up as we build comb. But all I do is simple. I just, I got 3 gallon in here, and I go right here, and I throw in 1. And then I got my little mixer here, a little paint mixer, you see, been well used. And I just, every time that I put one in, I'll go ahead and spin a little bit out, get it going, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest. And then when we get them all in there, we'll really give it a good churning. And then I got one more step that I want to show you. Let me tell you, feeding your bees is very important, I think. It's very important because it's good for them. Right now, like I said, they have nothing coming in. Nothing. So you need to give them something because they lay there and they get cranky. To be honest with you, they just kind of become deflated and they just kind of give up if they don't have enough. They think you've already stole all their honey. They don't think they're going to make it through the winter because there's nothing out there. When you give them some sugar syrup this time of year, they're your best friends. They love you. That don't mean they won't eat you up, because mine still will eat you up, but they do. They are so appreciative. Okay, so here we go. So we put in 5 bags, that's 20 pounds. 3 gallon of water, that's 24 pounds. So that's a little less than 1 to 1. Now, if you're going to feed, you go ahead and do it just like that, but I'll go a little step further. So 3 gallon. So somebody will say, what in the world are you putting bleach in there for? Well, I'm going to tell you. I put 1 cap per gallon is what I do. And the reason I do this, guys, listen. This stuff here will ferment. And it'll ferment quick. As hot as it is, it lays there, it gets stagnant. It's not good, guys. It'll really mess you up. But I go 1 cap per gallon. That's what I do. Now, if that's right or wrong, I don't know. So that's the way that I do mine. So there's our 3 capfuls. Then I just give it a good stir. Try not to splash it all over everything. You can't help but getting some out here, but let me tell you, the bees will find it, trust me. I'll say this, I had a lady call me the other night, said she had a bunch of bees that's moved into her wall of her house. So she just lives a couple of doors over, so want me to come over and check them out? And I did. Yellow jackets. I don't fool with yellow jackets. So I don't know what she's gonna do. She's gonna have to call somebody. All right, so we've got them mixed up pretty good. That should be a little less than 1 to 1 ratio. It's exactly where we want to be right now. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to cut the video. We'll load this up and we'll go up, and then I'll show you how I put it on the colonies. So stick around. All right, guys, we're back. We made it up here to the bee yard, and got to kind of work kind of quick here. We got a storm coming in. That seems to be the name of the game here lately, is storms. We had one here yesterday. It was 60, I think they said it clocked at 62 mile-an-hour winds. That's pretty harsh, guys. And I've got limbs, man. They're everywhere here, so I'm going to do some picking up before I leave. Wind's blowing now. Got another one getting ready to come. Now, guys, listen. Here's what the deal is. Feeding these bees, like I said, very important. And it's important for a bunch of different reasons. Now, what I'm going to do today, it's what I try to do all the month of August and in September as well. I tried to build comb and feed them. I mean, that's what we got to do. A lot of people say, oh, you can't build comb, you know, late in the year. You can. It's all depends on the weather, depends on your bees, and depends on how much feed that you keep on them. I know down at my house, a couple years back before I started this YouTube channel, I built comb plumb up into October. I did, guys. I mean, it's what I do is I'll put an empty box on, and I just go ahead and I keep feeding them, and then when they get it full, and then I just extract that. I got a little 2-frame extractor. I just extract that. I mix it right back in about a cup or 2 at a time with the sugar syrup. They love it. Now, you know, bees, they're kind of like us. They got to have something to do. They've got to. I mean, you think about it, they had all this honey that was stacked up here. You remember, it was up to here. And then within an hour, some big old fat guy in a big white Eskimo suit comes in here, and guess what? He took everything you had, barring this one. He left them one. It makes them mad. And let me tell you something, guys, it makes them sad. It does. And they kind of get deflated this time of year, and they think, man, here we are. They know winter's coming up, and we don't have a lot of food. What are we going to do, guys? So that's the way they feel. And that's why we need to keep the feed on them. And it is a great time to build wax. I'm telling you, you can build a lot of wax right now. Now, if you've not watched this guy, you need to go over and watch Little Bit's Honeybees. Joe May, he got a really good video on wax building. And he says that the perfect temperature to build wax is from 70 to 90. And you know, I believe that, because if it gets too cold, they won't do it. If it gets too hot, they're not going to do it either. So hang on there to this 4-wheeler. We got a person actually missing here, and they're having a search party for him here today. So hopefully they'll find him. He's been missing for a few days. But we're going to get in here, and what I did, I brought 2 empty boxes. I brought 2 shallows. We'll put one on this one on this. I don't have no treatment going on in either one of these colonies yet. And I'm probably going to get eat up when I get in them because they're grouchy. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this on them, put the feeder on them. Now this feeder has been sitting up here, and it is dirty, boy. It is dirty. So I've got another at the house. This will do for today. And when I come back up middle of the week, I'll bring that other feeder. I'll clean it up, and I'll take this one back home and clean it. The rest of them look pretty good. But it's been sitting over here for a while. So let's jump in here, get on it here, because this weather's not good. It's hot, they're cranky, everybody's miserable. So let's just see what we can do here, guys. Now we got these boxes here are absolutely jam-packed full of bees. Now I'm telling you, they are full. And I'm gonna give them some smoke. These are the ones that they like to eat you up. So we're gonna try to drive them down here, guys. What we're gonna do, we'll get this on, get the feeder on, we'll be in pretty good shape. So right there. And what I do, I've got some shallow foundation there, and we're gonna put that on. We're gonna stick this feeder on, and then they're good. And then I'll come around in a minute and I'll feed them. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I'm gonna talk a few minutes about these foundations here. You know, I myself, I like shallows and I like mediums. I'm gonna put it upside down. Why? Because a deep is too daggone heavy, guys. Too heavy. You're trying to get them off of there. It's tough, you know. Let me shake these, put them right here and let them come up. It's tough, guys, trying to lift that big old deep off of there, and then they're hard to extract. I like the shallows and I like the mediums. So let's get this one here done the same way. We'll give these girls some food, and then we'll get out of here in a minute. They a lot of bees, guys, in these boxes. I'm telling you, they need some space, and that'll help them a lot. Give them some space, and also it's going to give them some food, and it's going to give them something to do. Like I said, bees need something to do, for sure. They really do. I see some hive beetles. Let me kill some of them. Yeah. Hive beetles everywhere. We get more hive tours. I tell you, the beetles are bad this year. It must be the weather or something. But they'll corral them up in the corner here. They do that. So give them a good puff of smoke. I tell you guys, it's been a really good year, man. It has been a really good year. A lot of bees on that box too. Been a really good year. So, all right, so we got another shallot. Put it right here. Set him on top. Another feeder. Put him on top. We're good to go. So I'll go ahead and we'll fill him up. That way you can see. And then we'll go from there. Hang on, guys. Let me put some in my jug over here. Give me a second. All right, guys. So here's our feeder. We've got this sugar syrup mixed up, but we mixed up at the house. We'll go ahead and we'll give them a little dab here. I'll come back up midweek. We'll feed them some more and we'll change this feeder out. I tell you, they will build some comb. They say they won't, they will. You need to, right now is a real good time. Start building comb, getting ready for next year. Now is the time. So basically that's all I do. I'll put my lid back on. Got some bees right here. No more. I just put my lid back on. I'll put my block on top and we're done. I'll do the same thing over here. I'm gonna put a little bit more in that one. Now, guys, that's all I have. It's a short video. Too hot to get in here and do a whole lot. Just wanted to share that with you. Feeding bees, man, very important. And if you want to build comb, got to have something that they can make wax out of. They can't make it on their own, so got to give them some food, help them along. Now it'll take them a day or two. They'll find this. They'll come up, they'll find that, and then they're going to think, hey, we got all this empty space. We got winter coming. We got a nectar source right here. Let's build some comb. That's what they're going to do. So we'll check on them here in a week or so, and I'm going to start my treatments probably when I get back from the beach. All right, so guys, be good. Have a good week. If you don't care, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is Tim, the Boone County Beekeeper. Thank you for stopping by here, and I'd like to say God bless you, God bless your family, God bless your bees. I hope you and your family is well. Hope you have a great week, and I hope everything in your life is going great, guys. I do. I hope your bee season is going good, and I hope that everything is just going A-okay for you. Until next time, guys, this is Tim. Thanks for stopping by.